What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. We have some breaking news. The Tennessee Titans, we know that Derrick Henry ended up breaking his fifth metatarsal. They're saying 6 to 10 weeks. It's possible he could come back at the end of the season, but we all know that losing him for 6 to 10 games is going to be devastating for the Tennessee Titans. So the Titans, trying to scramble and find a replacement, have signed Adrian Peterson. I think this actually could be a good move. Unfortunately for Adrian Peterson, his last two stops, I believe the Lions last year, and then of course with the Washington football team, which is just disjointed. AP actually didn't do terrible with Washington when you think of how bad offensively challenged Washington was and how bad the offensive line is with Washington, and then going to the Lions with that offensive line and that team. You really didn't get much of a chance. Now, I'm not expecting Adrian Peterson to get 5 yards a carry, but he could probably be a serviceable back with the Titans offense, which far and away is better than anything that the Lions or Washington would have had. It's interesting because Adrian Peterson had talked about wanting to get the NFL record from Emmitt Smith, and at the time, he would have needed to rush for, I want to say, 3 seasons more at 1,000 yards a season. I don't think that it's still within reach. I don't know exactly what the final number is away that he is, but who knows? It could be a spot where he rejuvenates his career right there and helping the Tennessee Titans get back on track. Unfortunately, this is the thing about the NFL. Every player is one play away from being injured and out. And this is why, if you're the Cowboys, as much as people keep saying, we should trade, we got Lyle Collins, we should trade him. Michael Gallup, let's trade him. We don't want to trade anybody. We don't want to trade anybody. You saw last night that Tyron Smith hurt his ankle again. There's no word on how long Tyron Smith is going to be out. And it may be that we need to look at reshuffling the line. I am not sold on Ty Nsekhe. I mean, he did all right, but, he had that holding call where it looked like he had snake arms wrapping around the guy's neck. And seeing him being bullied and pushed back a lot more than Tyron Smith has ever been pushed back. And you may end up looking at saying Connor Williams, who had another holding call last night, although it seemed like everybody got a penalty on them last night with those officials. You may want to try and reshuffle the line where you have Lyle Collins starting. And the same thing with wide receivers. You don't know if somebody's going to get hurt or not, so you definitely want to keep Michael Gallup. I know Cedric Wilson has been playing like crazy and looking good, especially with the arm. Heck, he could be a backup quarterback. Don't think that we have, we can expend some of the talent we have. You look at the Rams, who are a pretty good team. They're not trying to jettison people. They're trying to bring in more people like Von Miller to kind of stock up for the long run. This is now a 17-game season. Doesn't seem like much to you, but if you're playing and going to the Super Bowl, we're talking about 20 games, conceivably, in a shorter off season, which means you have less time to recover and prepare for that next season. And as you see, the wear and tear in the NFL, it's hard to stay upright. So I hope Adrian Peterson, I'd really like to see him do well. I remember meeting him in Washington, I want to say about 2 years ago, maybe it was 3, at his charity event. It was funny because it's in Ashburn. He's a Washington football team player. I'm a Cowboy fan. And Lauren, his agent, threw me under the bus. She basically said, "Oh, this is Mark. he's a Dallas Cowboy fan. And I'm just like, what are you doing? Why are you letting people know I'm a Cowboy fan here? He looked at me, and it was almost like I was seeing the movie Get Out. He had this look like, get me out of here. And he started talking about being in Texas and everything else, and it was really cool. But definitely going to Washington and then the Lions would definitely be a bad taste in your mouth to end your career. Let's hope you can go out with a blaze of glory with the Titans. Hope you guys are having a great Monday. We'll be live streaming tonight, watching the New York stinking Giants against the Kansas City Chiefs. Of course, we'll be scouting and, trolling my son, Kyle Pizzle. Hope you guys keep pounding away at it. And I'll see you soon.